I be sparking and rushing mad like inside the dark. Call me Bill Snatcher, just a brother for the rapture. I hang live, holding on strong, hard to capture. Extravagant, resurrect the track and it's militant. And I react like a gauntlet and start killing. It's manifesting. The God's work like appliances, dealing in my sacred.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Naruto Explain here, bringing you guys another discussion for Boruto Naruto Next Generations, the manga. And for anime only fans, this is a ton of month where a lot of the content that we talk about here on the channel is going to be spoiler heavy. So I thank you for your support. However, if you're still here, I'm assuming you guys have already hit the like button because you know the drill by now. After everything that has happened so far, it ain't just Hinata or Himawari who needs to have the like button hit. It's the entire Uzumaki family household. They need the like button hit because after what happened with Boruto in this last Boruto manga chapter where Kawaki helped Boruto cosplay as a hollow from Bleach and stabbed this man and cut out a hole in this man's chest. The Uzumaki family needs all the likes you can give them, so smash the like button for the Uzumaki household. So with that being said, let's get right into the actual discussion. So we got to talk about this whole situation with Boruto because my whole idea that they're going to continue this whole trend of Sarada progressing her sharingan out of this need and desire to have it associated with love, that's all gone out the window now. I think that we're going a more traditional route for the Mangekyou sharingan. And on one hand, while I am a little sad to see that her sharingan's not going to continue to progress in the way that we've seen, for a bit of a recap before we get into why this will make her awaken her Mangekyou sharingan. For a bit of a recap, her first sharingan when she first awakened as a small child, she did so because of that deep love that she had for her father, those heightened sense of emotions when she was sick after wanting to see her father. And then we see her consciously awaken the sharingan when she is in the events of Naruto Gaiden and she's going to see Sasuke. And then in the Boruto anime, we see how she awakens the two Tomoe sharingan because she's trying to protect Boruto. And then in the Sasuke Shinden, the Teach a Star People novel, we see Sarada using the sharingan 2 separate times. The first time, there's no indication that she has a 3-tomo. However, when she's training with Sasuke out of that love and desire to impress her father, all of a sudden it's revealed Sarada has a 3-tomo sharingan. So I had wanted to see Sarada kind of break that curse with the Uchiha clan, but that's not where we're going here. Boruto's dead, and I don't think we're going to be in a situation where Boruto just gets revived automatically in the next chapter. I think that you've already got your foot on the gas now. You ride this a little bit longer, you see some character reactions out of this, and I think the best way you can segue into this is if you have Sarada see this man's dead body, and she knows that it's Kawaki that did it. Kawaki and Sarada already got intense drama right now just based off of that sparring match that they had in Boruto chapter 58. And Sarada kept stressing to Kawaki that, hey, I'm the leader of Team 7 now. We need to be working together. We need to be on the same page. And when she finds out that not only did Kawaki kill Boruto, but it's because Kawaki went rogue and did not trust in the whole shinobi system and playing his part, Sarada's gonna snap on this man, and the only thing that can help her is getting that Mangekyou sharingan power up. We saw how in the Vessel arc when Sarada was sparring with Boruto and Mitsuki, Sarada was being shown somewhat relative to Boruto in his base, but the thing that I think a lot of people are missing here is the fact that when it comes to the Uchiha clan, the way that their Kekkei Genkai works is the more hatred that they feel, the stronger they become. This isn't just hatred to awaken the Mangekyou sharingan when they lose a loved one. Tobirama flat out says it when he's talking to Hashirama. He says that the stronger that the Uchiha clan's hate grows, the stronger their ocular powers are. And in turn, the stronger they get. Tobirama wouldn't have said this if it was just in regards to the Mangekyou sharingan. You didn't have a bunch of Uchiha in the Warring States era running around with the Mangekyou sharingan. It was only Madara and Izuna, which means that Tobirama had seen it enough times to jump to this conclusion. And this is consistent with what we've seen with other Uchiha in the series. The stronger their hate grows, the stronger their powers become. They get a amp because of the change that's going through with their body because of the hatred that they're feeling. A really great example of this comes from the 5 Kage Summit. Sasuke had not activated his Mangekyou Sharingan. Karin Uzumaki, when she senses Sasuke's chakra, she directly states that on top of it feeling cold, she says that his chakra has gotten thicker. Sasuke was getting a surge in chakra during this point, and what I like about this is that she directly compares it to Sasuke's curse mark state and says that this is on a completely different level. As a bit of a reminder, the curse mark has a confirmed 10 times multiplier, and Sasuke had an even higher boost than that because Sasuke's curse mark was the strongest curse mark Orochimaru could give to somebody. In that same arc, we see Sasuke once again when confronting Danzo on the bridge. Sasuke's chakra is shown increasing. When Karin is sensing this chakra, she notes that Sasuke's chakra changed yet again. In this case, it grew even darker. But we see Sasuke literally expand his chakra and expand his Susanoo, showing that chakra change. The only thing that changed is that Sasuke embraced more hatred and his chakra was changing before our very eyes. So that hatred amplitude through Uchiha clan can get, it is not to be underestimated. And right now, Sarada, her emotions would be on 10. And when you couple that with Sarada unlocking a Mangekyou Sharingan, that might be enough right there to make things interesting. This is good. This is good. I really think that we're getting another situation where there's more seeds being planted on the table right now. And Sarada is a bit of an emotional character. I don't think it's going to be a long fight. However, I do think that the stage is set for Sarada to get her Mangekyou Sharingan awakened, and it's actually a cheap way to do it because when you really think about it, using Boruto dying at the hands of Kawaki, it's a good way to allow Sarada to experience that pain of loss, allow her to awaken the Mangekyou Sharingan and not have to sacrifice somebody that she cares for, like say Sasuke or Sakura. And if you decide that you want to kill those characters off later on, it gives you the opportunity to where when they do end up dying, you can kill them off in a way that is consistent with what Kishimoto said in the past, that characters from the Naruto generation, they can be killed off. This is a good opportunity to keep that whole theme of nobody's safe from the old generation. It allows you to kill them off and not have them die for a cheap power-up for this new generation. It allows them to go out with some respect and dignity in the same way that Kurama died in the anime and we had that super emotional scene. This gives you an opportunity to do the same thing for some of these legacy characters like say a Sakura or a Sasuke. And I gotta say that it's also a cheap way to also give her that power because we know Boruto's likely gonna get revived. And when he gets revived, it's going to be something where either he ends up coming back to life because it's a life for life jutsu that brings him back, or he makes a deal similar to Yuji Itadori and Jujutsu Kaisen where he makes a deal with Sukuna and that's how he gets brought back to life. I do think we are going to see people that see Boruto's dead body, and it's good writing. And I want to take this opportunity now to explain to you how you could use Boruto's death as a way to not only have Sarada awaken her Mangekyou Sharingan, but also display some of her powers and not it being a way to where it's tied to the actual fight. So I've always said that I want Sarada to have something time related for her Mangekyou Sharingan, and I don't want anything crazy, but I think when you look at Eden Zero and you look at Rebecca's Cat Leaper ability, Rebecca is able to go back in time up to a certain point. I think that if you have Sarada in a situation where her Mangekyou Sharingan ability is going back in time up to a certain point, that could be something that works. And I think that you take the full page out of Eden Zero that we just had about a month or so ago in the manga, where a character, I'm not going to name their name, but a character dies. Rebecca tries to go back in time to stop it. And no matter how many times she tries to use that ability, her body's breaking apart because of it. And she's failing to go back in time to save her friend. So I think you could have a similar thing like that with Sarada, where you see Sarada's eyes bleeding because she's trying to change what happened in the past and she's unable to do it. I think another thing is, it's like her Mangekyou Sharingan ability. The other one, you can keep it time related as well and just give her the ability to control gravity, which in turn will allow you to slow down time. So I think that something like that could be a really cool set of abilities for Sarada. I'm not a fan of her inheriting Amaterasu and say she gets something like Tsukuyomi, I'm not a fan of that. I want to see Sarada with something new and unique for herself. However, I want to know from you guys, what do you guys think Sarada's Mangekyou Sharingan powers would be? And do you agree that if Boruto comes back to life, it's likely going to be something like a life for life jutsu, with the exception of Orochimaru, who came back via the curse mark? All the characters we've seen that have come back to life, it's been life for a life. And before anyone brings up Naruto and Sasuke, when Madara ripped the nine tails out of Naruto and when he stabbed Sasuke, Kabuto was able to save Sasuke's life by pumping him full of Hashirama cells and by using medical ninjutsu, and Sakura is able to save Naruto's life by cutting a hole in his ribcage, grabbing his heart, wrapping his heart with her chakra, and forcing Naruto's heart to continue beating. So they didn't technically die. So if we're staying consistent with what we've had in the past, this is going to be a life for life revival. But as always, guys, like anything I had to say, don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, and share. Thank you so much for watching until the end. Have an awesome day, guys.